On to my Scorpio. So you Scorpios have the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, King of Wands, the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, the Hermit, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of you Scorpios is those cards. So the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles. Again, Two of Pentacles and Ace of Wands, if you have to think about you really being in a relationship between yourselves and somebody else, whether or not they like you, then if you have to think too hard about that, then it means that you and this person should probably break up, okay? Just to kind of, come in right now with some serious knowledge for you. If you have to think very hard about whether or not you and somebody else is together, yeah, it's a dub. And the reason for that is because it shouldn't be a mystery. It shouldn't be a game of Blue's Clues. And this is what I'm talking about. Anybody that tries to get you to think that it should be a game of Blue's Clues, that's a dub, because they're getting off. Because what's happening is that they're getting off on the idea that you don't necessarily know for sure, because they're trying to keep their cards close to their chest, right? Because they don't want you to know that they really do like you, because they don't want to end up taking a risk and end up getting hurt again. Now, who says that they're going to end up getting hurt again? Who knows? But so the thing about it is that the King of Pentacles now represents this being a situation where you Scorpios just need to remember that no matter what kind of relationships you're in or you're not in, the most important things in the relationship should be you being focused on the things that you internally and externally care about. You should understand that there are very few things in this world specifically that you should be caring about, really on a deep emotional level like that. That's for you to decide whatever it is that you care about. But at the same time, you also have to take into consideration that since not a lot of people really understand or think of things like this, a lot of people tend to have the mentality of they can run game on you and get away with it. But when you don't necessarily care about the games that they play or what the games that they're trying to implement, what happens here is that a lot of you Scorpios will now become free from the tactics that people are using, because you remember when things get rough, you remember what's important to you, right? This is what we call value. This is what we call character. Spirituality, health, family, appearance, dwelling, mobility, education, profession, leisure, and wealth. These are all things that are what? Things that are valuable to you, that you externally and internally especially internally and externally take care of. But when you understand the things that are important to you, now it's a situation where you have to understand that, or I should say you should understand that now no one can mess with you. People can mess with you, and they create that illusion that they're winning because they're trying to save face and they're trying to feel good about themselves. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're actually winning. They're actually doing something. And this is the situation where, so the next is the Ten of Swords and the Six of Wands. This is a situation where, because of this newfound ability that you will gain once you understand what's important to you, the betrayal that a lot of you Scorpios may experience in relationships, future relationships, you won't necessarily really care about it now because, or I should say in the future, because those aren't things that are really important to you really at the end of the day. Because what creates it for me, where I have the ability to walk away from a lot of things that should in all intents and purposes bum me out, is from the fact that, again, I remember what's important to me. You know, there's very few things in this world that I really care about on a deep, profound level. And a lot of the thing about it is that, maybe if the person wasn't acting like an idiot, maybe they would be a part or one of the things that I would care about on that deep level, because I spent time with this person. It took time to create that trust, years. We've built that trust together. We've, you know what I mean? We spent time earning that ironclad, that unbreakable trust between the two of us, that teamwork and that love. And as a result, it blossomed into something beautiful. But if a person wants to play all these stupid little games and do all this and do all this, I don't care about you. I don't care about that type of stuff. And to the person who is lame, they're gonna look at it like, oh, well, that's disrespectful. How can you immediately throw the person away and all this other stuff? It's like, because this person didn't take the time to become my family. There's no such thing as friends. I don't want to break it to you, but there's no such thing as friends. There's a such thing as enemies, but there's really no such thing as friends. There's really enemies and family. The people that you consider your friends, the people that really ride for you, like the Fast and Furious franchise, they keep talking about family. That's not, what did Dominic Toretto say at the end of the movie with Charlize Theron? One of those Fast, I forgot which one. They had so many. I think it was Fate and the Furious or something like this. Anyway, with Charlize Theron. By the way, Charlize Theron looked good with them dreads on. But the point is that what did Dominic Toretto say, or Vin Diesel say? Y'all are my family. It's not, even though we're not genetically related by blood, y'all are my family. And that's the principle of what Cancer Crab is. It's the ability to actually create that family, whether it's your romantic interest, your friends, your people that you're genetically related to. These are your family. These are your actual people that, even if you're not related to them, those are the people that you share such a strong bond with, to the point where it's you know what I'm saying? Like it's strong. It's a deep connection with those people. You care profoundly, as to where if it's just a random person on the street, thing, but you don't care. You care about them in the sense of their life because they are alive, but you don't care about them past that. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that the Six of Wands now represents, so since you will develop, or you should develop, that ability, now you're going to be able to be like this. You'll go from this, where it's now like, oh, you got to take a knee, because now these situations was hard to essentially bounce back from, and now you're like this. Now you're in a particular situation where you understand now that, hey, this is relative. These people didn't take the time to really get to know you, be in a relationship with you, build that love, create that trust, create that connection. So who cares? And then you have the Emperor. So now the Emperor is you now sitting on your own throne, because now for you it's like, anybody who isn't willing to create that trust, right? Create that trust, create that family ship. Who cares about these individuals at the end of the day? All the silly games that they are playing. I agree, Scorpio. I absolutely agree, And then you have the Knight of Swords and the Hermit. The Knight of Swords and the Hermit now represents, people are going to try and, people are going to try. You're going to get some people that are interested in you, but it has to be for the right reasons. They can't just be in a relationship with you and it's like a microwavable relationship where it's super fast and the two of y'all are now family. No, family takes years. You take years to find out who your family is. I don't know if y'all know, but it takes years for you to really adjust from when you're being born to now growing up with your family. Doesn't that take years? You take, as a little one, you take years to know who your mom and dad is. You take years for you to know who your siblings are, if you have any siblings. It takes years for you to know your family members, your uncle, your aunt, your cousins. It takes years for that. You don't just pop out and go, oh, now I'm here, I know who everyone is. No, you literally in the developmental stage, you're a little one, so you don't know. For you, your existence is all about experimenting. What is everything? What is the importance of everything? What does this stuff mean? But now that you have a better understanding of what this stuff means, now you know how to essentially control yourself, right? Control yourself. You can understand to, keep yourself with dignity, and keep yourself with confidence. Keep confidence and keep dignity, I should say, because a lot of things are not going to emotionally trigger you because you don't really care about certain things. I mean, my gosh, people don't even take the time to actually get to know somebody for years anymore. The relationships is so microwavable. Everything is so fast. Everything is, oh, well, let's hang out. Let's go on an instant date. Let's kick it. Let's hook up. Let's link up. Let's do this. Let's do that. Then when winter time comes, right? Physical winter time comes. Fall starts rolling around where the weather starts to get a little bit more choppy, cold, depending on, where you live. If you have the 4 seasons, I'm in New York, so we have the 4 seasons here, right? New York City. Here it is that they go. Now all of a sudden, they now start wanting to have like a live-in such and such, a live-in such and such for the cold weather and all this type of stuff. Then in the summertime, now it's time to get it in. People break up. Some people, not everybody, but some people break up. They get it in, and now it's because it's the warmer weather. Everybody now is talking to everybody else. But to take that real time to actually get to know people for real years, that takes time, yo. And people have to, and the thing about it is, this is the thing that people not getting, Scorpio. People have to put an effort to do that. It's not just gonna, it's so like laughable to me how when people act like they're too attractive to do something. And it's like, come on, like, it takes years to get to know somebody. This is why it is that I say that everybody wants to talk about value and value this and value that. Do you know how long it takes to understand value? It may take a stock time for you to get some dollars. It may take a stock. You may invest in a stock, get a stock, and you may not see $1 to that stock where you gain $1 or some money off of that stock for probably about 2-3 days, 4 days, a week. It's not as easy as flipping it. You get the stock, you hold on to it for a few hours, then you go, oh, okay, all right, okay, get away from me or whatnot. I'm going ahead and pull out all my money, get away from me now. I ain't invested in anything, and I'm just making a couple of dollars. No. And this is the reason why a lot of you Scorpios are single right now. It's because people are not really interested as of right now, right? When it comes to being in a long-term relationship, they're interested in getting some of that good and leaving, or get some finances and leaving. The King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles represents you, Scorpio, want something more than that. You want you and the person, the King of Cups, which is you, that all that water, right? The Queen of Pentacles, right? The earth. You want the two of you to go well together, because earth and water go well together. Why? Because the earth can be dry, but with water bringing moisture to the earth gets charged with electromagnetism because of the water, and the plants don't really grow because of the water. The water helps the plant create that electromagnetic energy that it's going to need in order to draw in more sunlight and air. What creates the plants to grow bigger is the sunlight and the air, and the sunlight that gets trapped in the air molecules as the air is passing along. So it's the air and fire sunlight, which is what grows the earth. The water is there as a buffer to make sure that the earth isn't as dry. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you want a relationship where the two of you can feed off of each other's energy. And I'm not saying feed in the sense of a parasite and a host relationship. I mean a reciprocal one. You give, they give. You accept, they accept. And the two of you, it's not like they're treating you like trash. It's a functional relationship that your two of you work well together, and there is plenty of intimacy to go around. You know what I'm saying? So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the matter of fact, let's clarify the Emperor. Ten of Swords, the Emperor, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands. So to clarify the Emperor, can't use a card to clarify the same card. That doesn't make any sense. The Ten of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles represents yes. And if you don't find some that from people that you're meeting or someone that you're entertaining, someone that you're talking to, you will move forward. The Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands now represents, yes, it is a little bit of a hard work or difficult work to constantly have to go through people who, you know, act like they're so different, because that's another game of itself too. It's trying to act like, do you know how many people who act like they're so different when in actuality it's the same person, different shirt? A lot of people act like that. Same person, different shirt. They all act like they fly and they got the special sauce, but then when you really get to know them, you're like, you're the same individual that I met 2 months ago, 3 months ago. You're literally the same motif. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, Five of Wands, Three of Swords, right. Again, you know the Queen of Pentacles is what you want. Ultimately, ideally. But the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Swords represents the type of people that you will have to go through in order to get to the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm not even going to lie to you, Scorpio. This is going to require some work. So, but you have to keep looking, though. You do, all right? Like I said before, summertime is coming. There's going to be a lot of people outside because usually, I don't know about y'all, but summertime over here in New York City, especially in Manhattan, people be outside. So a lot of people be outside. A lot of people be out here in their sundresses looking clean, fresh and nice. And the dudes be dressed to the nines. You know, I know I'm dressed to the nines. Well, you know, I'm always dressed to the nines. That's one thing you're going to learn about me. But that's neither here nor there. But the point is, thank you for being here, though. Just keep looking through those types of people, because whenever it is that one person doesn't necessarily fit your speed, you just move on to somebody else. You heal, then you move on to somebody else. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. We have 6,960 some odd subscribers. What? Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.